The crystalline chambers of the Galactic Council had never witnessed such stunned silence. Ambassador Kethril of the Vegan Empire, his blue-scaled hands trembling against the neural interface console, stared at the holographic display that flickered before the assembled delegates. The data streams cascading across the projection defied everything they thought they knew about the primitive world called Earth. "This cannot be accurate," whispered High Chancellor Vextar, her 6 eyes blinking in rapid succession, a sign of extreme distress among her species. "The computational models show a 99.7% probability of error." But Commander Torres of the Rigelian Defense Fleet knew better. His scarred face, marked by countless stellar conflicts, bore the grim expression of someone who had witnessed the impossible. "The sensors don't lie, Chancellor. Every monitoring station from here to the Andromeda Gate confirms it. Earth just obliterated the Zephyrian Armada in under 12 minutes." The revelation sent ripples of panic through the council chambers. The Zephyrians had been the galaxy's most feared military force for over 3 millennia, their biomechanical warships capable of devastating entire star systems. They had been dispatched to Earth as a routine subjugation mission, a simple task of bringing another primitive world under galactic law. Dr. Alexis Kane, Earth's sole representative, stood calmly at the center of the circular chamber, her modest blue diplomatic uniform a stark contrast to the elaborate regalia worn by the alien delegates. She had been appointed as humanity's ambassador only 6 months ago, when first contact protocols had been established. The Council had assumed Earth was just another backwater civilization desperate for inclusion in galactic society. "Perhaps," Kane said, her voice cutting through the whispered conversations, "you'd like an explanation." Ambassador Kethril's translator implant sparked with disbelief. "Your species was classified as Type 0.7 on the Kardashev scale. You barely harness your planet's energy. Your technology appears rudimentary at best." Kane smiled, a gesture that somehow managed to be both diplomatic and unsettling. "Appearances can be deceiving, Ambassador. You see, while other civilizations focused on building bigger ships and more powerful weapons, humanity took a different approach. We studied something you've apparently forgotten about." "Which is?" High Chancellor Vextar demanded, her voice resonating with harmonics that indicated barely controlled fury. "Physics," Kane replied simply. "Real physics. Not the simplified models your species have been using for the past 50,000 years." The silence stretched for several heartbeats before Commander Torres found his voice. "Impossible. The unified field equations have been solved. Dark matter manipulation is a known quantity. There are no secrets left in the cosmos." Kane activated her personal data pad, and the chamber's central hologram shifted to display a complex mathematical proof that made several delegates' neural implants overload with incomprehension. "You never questioned why dark matter behaves differently near certain gravitational anomalies. You assumed it was random fluctuation. It's not." Dr. Elena Vasquez, Kane's scientific advisor who had remained silent until now, stepped forward. Her weathered hands manipulated the holographic equations with practiced ease. "Dark matter isn't just exotic matter. It's a medium, and like any medium, it can be convinced to carry waves." The implications hit the Council like a stellar shockwave. If dark matter could be manipulated as a wave medium, it meant Earth had essentially weaponized the very fabric of spacetime itself. "The Zephyrian fleet," Kane continued, "was destroyed by a controlled dark matter resonance cascade. We didn't need to fire a single kinetic weapon. We simply convinced the universe that their ships shouldn't exist in their current configuration." Ambassador Kethril's breathing apparatus wheezed as he processed the revelation. "You're saying you can rewrite local reality?" "Within certain parameters, yes," Vasquez confirmed. "And before you consider any hostile action, know that this technology scales. What we did to a fleet, we can do to a star system. What we can do to a star system." She left the sentence hanging. The galactic delegates exchanged horrified glances. They had come here expecting to integrate another primitive civilization into their vast empire. Instead, they had discovered that Earth possessed technology that made their most advanced weapons look like stone tools. Kane straightened her jacket and looked around the chamber with calm authority. Humanity doesn't want conquest or domination. We want partnership. But make no mistake, we will never again be anyone's subject species. The age of Earth's isolation is over, and the galaxy must decide whether it wants us as allies, or whether it prefers to test our patience further. As the implications of humanity's revelation settled over the Council, one thing became crystal clear. The balance of power in the galaxy had just shifted forever, and the primitives from Earth were no longer anyone's primitives at all.